Pull your hat down tight, Western sporting fans. Letterbuck Pro Services Southern Western Trails Episode 4 is here, ready to entertain you with another amazing cowgirl star of Western sports. This episode we sit down with Erin Lyons, who has lit the cutting industry on fire in the non-pro divisions and has went on to representing Australia for her professional sport, but also has some interesting family background that has successful achievements in both cutting and rodeo. We'll learn her goals, achievements, and all about her life as a Western sports athlete. Also, before our episode today, I'd like to thank all the viewers and the likes, the shares of episode 3. So I'd like to congratulate the winner of the episode's giveaway, which is Adam Williams from New Zealand. Contact me and I'll be sending a prize back to you ASAP. Episode 4 is brought to us by, and please like all these businesses' social media pages, MLR Equine Supplies, distributor of mechanical cow systems, Kelly Condon from Bobberg Designs, craftsmanship lifetime guarantee. Thanking also to Cinch Australia, lead don't follow, Mavericks Western Wear, distributor Sarah Talley Hats, photos supplied by Liz Speed Photography, Jamie Seckham Cutting Horses, contact Jamie and Ella today, Big Country Toys Australia, realistic, affordable and durable, Impact Gel New Zealand, the world's greatest saddle pads. The NZRCA Rodeos will be back from late October to April. Thank you also to Shoot For Rodeo Gear, Southern Cross Extreme Cowboy Racing, need a webpage, contact Natwick Tapanui New Zealand, Bloodlines Are The Key, Matt Oakley Cutting Horses, Bush Tech Limited New Zealand, Mad Bull Rodeo Club, Running on Hot Spuds and Coffee, Imagery Magic, Barking Mad Hunterways, D&J Bucking Bulls, The Pink Glider Cafe, Aerial and Sports Photography, QBRA, Rodeo NZ South Photography, Welsh Horse and Saddle. Let's ride! Welcome viewers to Episode 4, Letterbuck Pro Services Southern Western Trails, the newest Western Updates program in the Southern Hemisphere. My name is Brent Cairn, Western Sports Announcer and Music Director. I'd firstly like to thank all the viewers and wonderful comments about the shows. Thank you. In a little town of Ellengowan on the Darling Downs, a cowgirl has placed her mark in the cutting industry as one of the best non-pro competitors in the sport. 2017 Novice Non-Pro Reserve Champion of the Year, and has represented Australia also for the sport in the USA for the annual Australia vs USA Challenge. Miss Erin Lyons. Welcome, Erin, to Episode 4.
Thank you.
Now, before we start there, Erin, our viewers, can you explain to our viewers between the open and non-pro so our viewers can have a little bit more understanding?
Sure, Brent. So typically the difference between professional and non-professional is the professionals are paid to train horses for other people, and non-pros either train their own or they pay a professional to train them for them.
There you go there, viewers. It's always interesting to hear how men and women came in to become a Western sports athlete. Where and how, what's your background, and how did you get in the sport of cutting there, Erin?
Sure, Brent. So I come from a pretty big rodeo and cutting family myself. Two of my uncles, Tom Kenny and Shane Conley, were both twice Australian champion bull riders of Australia. And my uncle Danny Conley, he was a really good bronc rider. And my uncle Mick Conley, he did rodeo and cutting and reining and does drafting now. But he was actually second in the NCHA Futurity back in the 90s. And my cousin Shane Kenny, he's 15-time all-round cowboy of Australia, so that's a pretty amazing thing. I don't think we'll see that broken, probably not in my lifetime, that's for sure. And my mum and dad did cutting when I was younger. Mum, she won a few ladies titles, and my dad won the non-pro classic in, I think it was 94. And yeah, we've always had that really supportive rodeo and cutting kind of family, yeah.
There you go, viewers, all about Erin right there and her background. So one of the unique cutting industry events they have annually with the NCHA is the Australia vs USA Challenge that they either hold here in Australia or the USA. Erin has represented the team of Australia for this event when it was held in California, USA, where they actually worked the winners of the event, but you also won the aggregate and high score. Tell us a little bit about that experience there, Erin.
Sure. So I had a really great time. As soon as I got off the plane, my good friends Ben and Holly Royal picked me up and really looked after me, got me a gooseneck to stay in on the grounds, and Ben and I would go and work horses every day and stuff, and just treat it like it was a normal show for me. I got to meet all of the trainers, when we drew for partners, I remember everyone wanted to get the really good horse once you go black, and I actually drew out David Harp, and I remember thinking that's good, being Carol Ward's husband. Darren Simpkins was the trainer, and I thought that's really good, I can ride his horses, I know his style, it'll be no problem. And when we had our practice on the horses, the first horse I rode was called Ginny Flynn, and she was actually a 22-year-old broodmare, and she'd been out having foals for about 7 years or so, and she didn't go and foal that year, and they thought that they might use her. And Gavin Jordan, he was part of my turnback team, and he originally trained her, and Ben Royal actually used her as well when he won the 2000 Limit Rider for the World, so it was kind of a bit special in that way that I got to show her. So yeah, I rode her, and then I got along with her pretty good. My next horse they gave me was actually their practice horse, and it wasn't quite as nice as Ginny Flynn. No one had been working her. She was just being used to teach people to ride and stuff. And they said, well, they didn't know if I could ride, so they were just going to use her as the second horse. And I got talking to Darren later that night, and he asked how it went and everything, and I told him, and he said they were thinking of using the good horse, Cossack Cat, but they weren't really sure if I could ride or whatever. So they didn't know if they would, and I said, oh, it'd be really nice if we could use Cossack Cat, and he said to me, well, if you want Cossack Cat, you've got to do whatever it takes to go and get Cossack Cat. So I walked up to David and Carol and begged, and ended up getting Cossack Cat as my other horse. And in the first round I rode Ginny Flynn, and I got a 2:15, and I was quite happy with that, which is a good horse. And David Hart, my partner, actually won the round on Cossack Cat with a 2:22. And in the second round, I got a 2:22 on Cossack Cat and won the round. And for the third round, we had to draw for our draw and also for our horse as to which horse we would ride. And I remember I just put my hand in, and there's this ball right on top, and I pulled out and it says 1. I thought, well, that's awesome, because it doesn't matter which horse I draw, I'm pretty confident I can do a good job from there. And when I drew Cossack Cat, and I thought, yeah, this is good, it's going to be good. I just knew it was good. And I went up, just did everything like normal, went up on daylight with Darren Simpkins and helped him work horses and work Cossack Cat. And yeah, treated everything just like a normal day pretty much when I was over there. And our team, our coach Todd Graham, had us all in a really good frame of mind. We were all so supportive of each other, and he had us very confident and pretty much ready to go. We just were to go out there and show and make no mistakes pretty much. That's what we aim to do. And Jackie and Linda, they were our team captain and vice captain, and they were really great, really supportive of me, and the whole team, and they had us all just really confident and ready to go. And yeah, I was really grateful for that. And in the third round, when I showed, I got a 2:23, and he was just amazing. That horse, he won every single round. Just a great horse. It was a privilege to show him.
So a pretty great experience there.
Yes, it was amazing.
Now in 2017 you won 2 non-pro futurities on 2 different horses, and you trained them yourself. What were these particular horses and their bloodlines?
Yeah, sure. So the first one, Clone Wars. She is by Salute, which is a smart little Lena clone of Richard Bulls, and she's out of a old mare of my dad's that goes back to one of his line. And it was kind of good because it's a bit special for Mum and Dad. When I made the finals on her, being from their line, I guess you could say, And I remember when I walked in for the final, my son came in with mum and dad, and they were watching him, and as I walked over the timeline, I heard my son yell out, "Go, Mum, go!" And I just thought, oh, that's so sweet. Normally I don't hear anything. And then as I was cutting and stuff, and I remember as I turned around for my my third cow, I knew I was having a pretty good run. The cows were pretty tough, and I could actually feel my heart beating, and I was like, oh geez, better calm down and get it under control a bit. And I heard my son yell out, "Go, Mum, you can do it!" I was like, oh, yeah, I got it. It's no problem. Concentrate and just don't override her. And she was good, yeah. And the second horse, Tap and That, he is a tap dancing cat gelding, and he's out of Alice Grunwald's old spinny mare. And he's always consistent, just a super consistent, easygoing gelding. And when I went to Comet, I'd made the final on just him. I didn't have a very good go in the practice pen beforehand. I remember thinking to myself, if I don't believe in him, who will? So I just need to be very consistent and do my job and just try and make sure everything's just right and just do my job. And he just went out there and he's really good and he did his job, and forget about what happened in the practice pen. That doesn't mean anything. Done now. Yeah, it worked out good.
And you had year-end success as well that season as well. What were those titles?
So yeah, I won that on Troublina. I hauled for the novice non-pro that year, ended up being the reserve champion for Australia, and I won both my area titles in the Open non-pro and the novice non-pro on him. He's a Taslina gelding, and he sort of also goes back to that old mare of Dad's. He's an amazing horse, super quick, and just gets down low and swoops. And yeah, amazing.
In 2019, you were reserve champion at St George and Comet in the non-pro futurities on Chula's Superliner. Firstly, congratulations on these awards. What's the bloodlines on Chula's Superliner, and what do you like about this one?
Yeah, sure. So he is by a Chula Dual stud, Chula CD Vickery, and I love the Chula Duals. I mean, spot's hot, second spot, hot-ish. They're great horses, and I kind of wanted one of those lines. He's a big, strong horse, always has been, and it's made it easy for him, I guess. And you walk in the arena, and even if it's not his turn, he's just watching those cows with his eyes and ears. He just pays attention. He has a desire, always wanted to do it. Yeah, and it's probably easy for him because he's so strong and stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And on your family starter now in Ellengowan, how many do you have in training, and what steps do you take in training that next winner?
So we've just got a few young ones in training now, and my dad comes out, he's 72 actually, and he comes out and he helps me every day. He turns back and he's got a young one of his own that he's riding at the minute, and my son Carter will come out and ride our old turnback horse and chase one around and have a bit of fun and stuff. And I just think that the horse has got to have a desire to want to do it, because it makes it so much easier when they do, when they care about it. And good cows and consistency.
And what are the goals once we return to events running, and where will we be able to watch you compete there, Erin?
Well, I hope to get out there and show her as soon as we can, I guess. And do some aged events. Yeah, that'd be great.
Thank you there, Erin. We'll now hear from some Western Sports supportive businesses.
Let's welcome Bob Berg Designs and Kelly Condon. This is your Australian-New Zealand gateway to Bob Berg Designs. They have happy customers worldwide since 1976, and they understand that every treasured item counts, and they strive to make all products as rewarding as possible with their great customer service, unbeatable prices, and with the largest selection of finest quality designs in the world. They aim to please. Their wide range of custom-made designs includes belt buckles, trophy cups, ladies and gents rings, pendants, earrings, bolo ties, hat pins, hair clips, bracelets, trophy knives, appreciation travel cups, commemorative flasks, trophy spurs, trophy stirrups, trophy holder buckles, bridal conchos, and much more. Whether you're looking to have a one-off crafted piece handmade or a whole number of items crafted, Kelly can help you. Kelly is the Bob Berg Designs Australian Sales Director, and she's ready to assist you at any time. You're welcome to browse their range at www.bobbergdesigns.com. You can find Kelly on Facebook or call 04 58 727 844, or you can send an email to kelly.bobbergdesigns@gmail.com. Please remember to ask Kelly about their Bobberg Designs trophy sponsorship. Bobberg Designs is the home of the lifetime guarantee. Buckle up with Bob. MLR Equine are a Hunter Valley, New South Wales base and are a distributor for the USA Sundowner Trailers, Pro Cutter Mechanical Cows, Shadow Trailers and unique quality functional USA Amish made tack and training equipment, including our very own brand of Gel Steel, portable tack storage saddle racks, bridle hooks, saddle trolleys and collapsible storage shelves. MLR Equine has recently launched their own brand of MLR trailers of all aluminium USA style goosenecks with luxury living and bumper pull floats that are manufactured at our Central Coast New South Wales workshop by professionals, experienced and passionate team dedicated to building the best trailers in Australia. Watch out for our trailers and products on the East Coast at cutting events in 2020 and check out our Facebook page MLR Equine Supplies to see our unique trailers and products and view our website at www.mlrequine.com.au.
Welcome back to Southern Western Trails. I'm here with the talented non-pro cutting cowgirl Erin Lyons from Allengowin, Queensland. It's giveaway time. Now, to be in the draw for the next giveaway, like and share this episode, and also Letterbuck Pro Services, and you will go in the draw. That'll be announced and drawn on episode 5. Make sure you like Cinch Australia page and get yourself your Cinch jeans and shirts today. And also like Kelly Condon from Bobberg Designs Facebook page and order some amazing products also. It's now time to learn more about Erin. Favourite event throughout the year?
I like Comet and St George Futurities. I think it's a great atmosphere.
Biggest accomplishment?
Winning 2 non-pro Futurities on 2 different horses I train myself.
Biggest payout?
Futurity wins.
Favourite idol?
Probably in Australia, Todd, and in America, Austin and Lloyd.
Favourite horse?
Cossack Cat,
Highest score in cutting?
75.
Favourite sport outside Western sports?
I don't know.
Favourite singer?
Old school country.
Favourite food?
Mexican.
Favourite hobbies?
Horses.
Where would you like to travel to?
America again.
Now, Erin, you're also a mum. How do you juggle with training horses, or is it quite easy?
I guess I'm really lucky. I have my mum and dad who help me, and also it shows if mum and dad don't go. I have some really good friends. Sam Wadsworth helps me. She's always been great. If she takes him, I don't have to worry. And Julianne helps me, or Billy and Amelia. I can remember it. Though Connor mine last year, Billy and Amelia had gone home, and I didn't have anyone to watch Carter, and I took him over to the grandstand, and I said, just go up there and talk trucks with Reggie Nolan for half an hour and I'll be right there. And they went and had a good time, and I come back and he was happy, they were happy, no problem at all. So we have a really good community, I guess, yeah.
So when competing at any level, there's always a mental part preparing for an event. How do you usually get ready for a final and a cutting, and what's your routine, and so you're able to compete at your best?
Yeah, so probably learned this off my uncle, Tom Kenny. Get it right in your head first. Make sure you're right in your head, and everything else just falls into place. I think, and obviously if we're at Toowoomba, I'll work horses in the morning at home with Dad, where I don't have to go to the practice pen in there where cows might not be as good. I'm trying to give my horses the best advantage as possible, and I don't think about anything else. I just want to do my job, and that's that.
And do you have any businesses that have helped you throughout your career?
Well, I'm a non-pro, so I'm not sponsored by anyone, but I guess my uncle Shane Conley shoes all my horses, and he does a great job, and I'd be lost without him. And my family's always been supportive, my mum and dad and my aunties. If they're within a 200k radius, they're coming to watch. So it's always been really nice.
Now, what's Erin Lyons' advice for competitors and up-and-coming trainers, men and women and children, with achieving success in Western sports or in life?
Yeah, Brent, I would say surround yourself with really good people, because who you surround yourself is ultimately who you become. So when you surround yourself with the best, it makes it a lot easier.
Thank you there, Erin. Well, thank you viewers for watching episode 4 with myself, Brent Cann, and Erin Lyons. Make sure you get to the next event Erin is competing at. If you need dates for the cuttings, check out the NCHA Australia webpage. Episode 5, we are sitting down with one of the greatest bull riders Australia has ever produced, who has succeeded in NZ, Canada and USA, and now is the owner of Mavericks Western Wear, Mark Sparrow Brennan. Till then, happy trails.
Western sporting events coming your way. The Victorian Futurity at Chachura Park, 21st to the 27th of September. The Wandoan Rodeo will be back on the 17th of October at the Wandoan Rodeo Grounds. Then we'll move to the 2020 NCHA Futurity at Tamworth, New South Wales, the 27th of October to the 8th of November. The Darling Downs Cutting Club Futurity at Toowoomba Showgrounds will be the 21st to the 29th of November. Feel like a trip to the South Island and NZ over Christmas time? Millers Flat Rodeo will be on the 26th of December at the Millers Flat Rodeo Grounds. The Omarama Rodeo will be on the 28th of December. Tiarnell Rodeo, the 30th of December. Then the Wanaka Rodeo will be back on the 2nd of January 2021. And the Canterbury Rodeo date will be set very soon at the Mandeville Sports Ground. Thank you viewers for watching episode 4 of Letterbuck Pro Services Southern Western Trails. Please like and share the post and also like my business page of Letterbuck Pro Services. Thank you to all the businesses and organisations who have supported the show, and these businesses do support Western sports, so please support them by either liking, sharing their social media pages or inquiring about their services or products. The next episode will be uploaded to this page on the 9th of July at 7 p.m. Queensland Australia time. Don't miss our visit with the professional bull rider Mark Sparrow Brennan, who has had an amazing career not just here in Australia but also USA, Canada and New Zealand, with it all starting from junior titles to huge Open Championship wins to now the owner of Mavericks Western Wear. Episode 5 is going to be a fun one not to be missed, so tell your friends and lock it in.